Hey everyone, thanks for joining Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to unbox a brand new game I just got in called Radlands. This is a new one from Roxley Games. It is a two-player game that takes roughly 20 to 40 minutes to play. It is a competitive head-to-head game where players are competing with each other to try to be the first to eliminate their opponent's 3 bases, and the player that does this will be the winner of the game. So in this game, this is a post-apocalyptic game where civilization is on the verge of extinction. Players are going to be trying to battle each other for the different resources and land and ownership of that land. Now in the game, the most precious resource is water, and this is going to be your currency. This is going to be how you're going to pay for your different troops to deploy them, as well as taking care of your bases and paying or carrying out different actions and events and all kinds of other things. And water is very precious. You're only going to have 3 water each turn. There will be a couple of different ways to get additional water, but again, it is very limited. So you're going to have to manage your resource very carefully to be able to maximize and take care of your base, as well as trying to eliminate your fellow player's base. So in this video, I'm going to unbox the game, showing you everything that's included in this. This is the deluxe version, so there's going to be a couple of additional things in this one versus the base game, and I'm going to kind of explain those as well as show you the core game that you can purchase as well, whether you want the deluxe or the core, what you're going to get in the box for those. So let's go ahead and dive in. As always, if you find these videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button, subscribing to my channel. It's one of these ways you can support channels like mine so we can continue to grow and be able to produce this content. If you want to stay updated on all my videos, so considering that bell so you get notifications anytime I release new stuff. So let's head to the table and we'll see what's in the box. Alright, so let's take a look and see what's in the box. So first off, we have some beautiful artwork here, and if we flip over the top of the box, right away we have some really cool art here. A nuclear explosion, all kinds of terrible things are happening to these people, and that is the start of your game. So from there, again, this is the deluxe version, so this is going to come with the 2-player mats as well as the base game for this. So let's start off by looking at the player mats and seeing what these are going to look like. So with each one of these mats, they are going to have a side for your different events, and the events are going to move up each turn, as well as a space for your extra water to go. You'll have your main base here. You have your 3 base cards that are going to go down here, as well as your troops you'll be able to deploy into these different areas to kind of try to protect your bases. You're also going to have spots for some additional water and your water supply, and then you'll have some cards for your water silo and your raiders that you'll be able to deploy by paying the costs of those. And both of these are quite different. So again, this one is going to be for the other player, and it's a mirror image of that. So this one will be turned around and all of the other stuff will be exactly the same. So from there, then let's take a look at the core. With the core game, this is also has its own box, so you can buy this as itself, or again the deluxe version, which will have those mats. And this is really cool. Again, all this really nice artwork on here, and then pop, his head blew off. Oof. All right, then we have this is all magnetized, and we have our different tokens for our water tokens. These are really nice plastic tokens here, and these are for each of the players. So these will be the different water tokens. Each player is going to have 6. They'll have 3 that they'll start with. And then you'll have 3 extra ones as well. Okay, those are both of the different players. We have the cards, of course. You wouldn't expect a card game without a bunch of cards. So these are all the different cards for the players, and these are going to have different effects. They'll list the name, the cost of the water, and each one of them also can be spent instead of deploying the card for its immediate action. And there's all kinds of different ones there. And then each card will have an effect that you can pay for once it's deployed and it's been out, that you can activate and do different things as well. And again, there's going to be all kinds of different card types, including different troops you'll be able to deploy, different events, and other things you'll be able to trigger throughout the game. And these are really cool art style for this. Very vivid, even though it's a post-apocalyptic world. Very, very vivid, lots of pastel colors. Really interesting color palette with these. And great card stock here. These are very thick cards that are going to hold up pretty well. But just such cool artwork on some of these. Look at that. Very cool. Okay. And then on the other side, again, we have more of those cards. These are all the different player cards. And then here are all the different buildings you can potentially have. There's a whole collection of these, so you'll be randomizing these each one of the games that you play. So you're going to have different types of buildings all the time, so that's going to play into your different strategies depending upon the different buildings you have. And each building is going to have an ability that you can activate by, again, spending water to activate it or other resources to trigger different effects within it. But all of these are really different, and as you can see, there's a whole ton of them. So every one of your games that you play is going to be a little bit different based on the buildings you have on top of everything else. And then again, each player is going to have a water silo, so this is a way to get additional water in later turns, as well as you're going to have your raiders. And these are going to be very important, especially even in the demo game that we played. This was key getting this out here because this will let you damage your opponent's camp of their choice when it is deployed, and this is going to go into your events, and then we'll move up, and once it comes out, you'll trigger the effect, and then it'll go back into your reserve, which you can buy it again and continue doing that process. So this will be a way to circumvent some of the troops that the player has out. So it's going to be a very important part of the game. And then each player has a quick reference for the different icons on the cards, as well as a turn reference for them. And then finally, we also have the rule book in there. It's a nice little rule book. Very thin. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to this game. So there's a lot of strategy, but not a lot of rules with this one, hopefully. But again, they break down all the different cards, all the different effects that you're going to run into, your turn sequence, the different actions and things you can do during your turn. And then we have some FAQs for the camps, your general and player people FAQs, as well as the events. So they're having FAQs for all the different card types in there, and the different breakdown of how to use the mats, and then a little bit of a backstory to that one. And that is everything included in the box. So I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see any other types of videos around this, whether it's a playthrough or a teaching video. I love hearing from you and would love to start a conversation. So let me know. Also, let me know if this is one that you backed, what your thoughts on this are, if you've had a chance to play it yet. I love hearing from you. So as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos and leave me feedback on them. I do appreciate it and take into account everything you say to make the best possible videos. Until next time, I'll see you later.